I was lucky enough to be invited to the Integrated Systems Europe 2025 show in Barcelona, Spain. It is the largest AV and systems integration show on the planet. So of course, the first thing I did was hit up the opening keynote. And there was a lot of insightful and quite motivating information there, as well as this phrase, you compete with AI. Now, when you read this, where does your mind go? Are you thinking like John Connor in that movie, The Terminator, fighting against the machines? Or do you automatically think AI could give you a competitive edge, like Iron Man's Jarvis AI? Well, I'm happy to tell you that the latter is what many of the ISE exhibits were all about when it comes to AI, except for this one robot that did seem to be hunting me down a little bit. So at the show, there's tons of commercial display tech, but you can also find some consumer brands that you might be more familiar with who are showcasing more of their pro stuff. Brands like Sonos, who just launched a brand new speaker, which is awesome, but there is a catch.
Hello, welcome to Sonos. Today we're launching the Sonos Era 100 Pro, a unique product for installers, commercial installations, PoE Plus switch, connect to your Era 100 Pros, use our new zoning to make it perfect for commercial, light commercial installations. This week, it's £850, €950. It has a wall bracket that's an optional extra, which is £169, €199. It makes a perfect product for light commercial installations. It's going to be exclusively for our installers via our selected distribution in Europe.
So the reason this new speaker is brilliant is because power over Ethernet means that only one cable is needed, and via this one cable you get fast and stable wired internet connection and constant power. The problem is most people won't have the wiring in their homes to support this kind of speaker, but it's nice to know it's out there. Anyway, moving on. After this, I headed over to the Sony booth where they had all their pro camera gear on display, as well as some of their newer revamped studio monitor headphones and pro mics. Now, I could attempt to explain why these are so good, but I'm no expert, but here is someone who is.
Hello and welcome, my name is Marcos. I'm the product specialist for Pro Audio here in Europe in Sony, and we are on ISE 2025. The first thing I'd like to show you are the new headphones we have. The first one is our main professional headphone. It's the MDR MV1. So it's an open back headphone which is made for mastering immersive audio and controlling what you're doing in your studio. It's also a fantastic headphone for simply listening to music. It has some Alcantara leather, so you never get sweat nor wet in your ears if you do this. Very nice headband, very, very light, under 230 grams. A fantastic headphone with the new design here. Second headphone is the MDR M1. It's a closed headphone, looks very similar to the 7506 you all know, the headphone from 1993, but it's a metal housing. It has a complete different pouch here. It has a new driver and it has the same headband than the MV1. It's a closed headphone. It has, of course, a detachable cable like the MV1, and it has a 4-pin cable. You can use symmetric cables if you like. And it's my favorite headphone for controlling what I'm doing. So if I control my video cuts in post-production, if I control on the desk, listen to a channel, then this is my headphone. It's not as good as the MV1 for spatial audio, but your source is always in front of you. It's in front of your face. And if you do something on your EQ, on your dynamics, you directly can hear what has changed. So that is the best headphone for controlling your recording. Okay, now let's go up here and have a look on the two mics we have here. That's the studio mics from Sony. You all know the famous C800G, the tube mic, which we can't sell in Europe, but we have the C80 and the C100. C100 double capsule microphone for high-res audio. It can record up to 50 kilohertz. So whenever you're doing classic music, whenever your studio is doing 96 kilohertz AD conversion, this is your mic. If you're doing standard setups with 48 kilohertz AD conversion, then you can use the C80, because that's the microphone goes up to 20 kilohertz. It's €499. It's a very good mic, and it has the typical Sony sound. It's a very modern sound, but it has the smoothness and the brightness of a typical Sony mic we all love. So have a look on it, go to your dealer, find out, test it. It's not the C800G, but it's very close to the C800G for affordable price. Thank you very much for joining us. Give the video a thumbs up, like the channel. Thanks, Troy, for coming by. See you next time.
So after the Sony booth, I checked out the most professional esports setup I've ever seen, and the guide for this tour of the booth actually told me they have to compete against bedroom streamers these days. And I must say, this booth does seem a bit overkill, but in a good way. So I did get to play some FC 25, and honestly guys, I have not played FIFA since the 90s, but somehow my team managed to win 9-1, probably thanks to the owner of the esports business actually playing alongside me. And I can't tell you, the game hasn't changed that much, but the esports game certainly has leveled up, and I do wish I had interviewed the owner for this one, but I ran out of time. All right, now check out this hidden gem. I found this one in one of the dark corners of the show. This is something straight out of an Iron Man movie. Take a look at this.
Hi, I'm Gavin. I'm one of the co-founders of Voxon Photonics. This is our company. We're a South Australian tech startup, and we make 3D volumetric displays. A volumetric display is one where the data is not displayed on a screen, but it's actually physically rendered inside a volume. And if you move the camera around, you'll see that as you move around the display, what you see changes. This particular product here is the Voxon VX2. It's a display that renders images at around 7,500 slices per second, but it draws a complete volume 30 times a second. The content you're seeing is made within a Unity application running on a standard desktop PC. We have the option of displaying everything inside a model, such as this, where you can actually go inside and look at the insides of a model, or we can turn on a lighting model, turn off that lighting model, and render just the surface of the model. So we have complete flexible control. We can also move the light around, so if we turn on a light source here, you can see as I move the light, we can illuminate different sides of the object. We support many file formats, including OBJ, FBX, STL. These ones are GLB files, which are commonly used on the internet. You downloaded these off Sketchfab. Use cases range from experiential, advertising, entertainment, communication, defense. There's really no limit to the number of use cases. Currently, the VX2, as you see here, these ship. We make these in Australia. These are $6,800 US. We also have a bigger version of this, the VX2 XL, creatively named, which is twice the diameter of the VX2. It's about 52 centimeters in diameter, and it's the same height. So it's 4 times the volume, but twice the diameter. If you're interested in those, get in touch via our website, www.voxon, that's voxon.co. Check us out.
So a large part of the ISE is all about commercial displays and better ways to work with them and to streamline the customer experience. Things like digital price labels. Having worked at a computer game shop a long time ago, I know how much time is wasted peeling off pricing stickers and putting on new ones. Well, all this kind of stuff can be done way more efficiently these days, thanks to companies like Solum.
Hello, my name is James. I'm a product manager from Solum. Today we're at ISE Barcelona. I'm here to introduce Solum as a company and the solutions that we brought at this exhibition. Solum has been a part of Samsung Electromechanics before. So we are Samsung spin-off. Back in 2015, we went independent, and in 2021, we went public. And now Solum is the 200th most valuable company, around 200th most valuable company in Korea, and making about $1.5 billion revenue since 2023. At ISE, Solum has brought the entire lineup of our signage and also electronic shelf label, we call it ESL. The first station, as you see right there, is the interactive AI solution. We wanted to provide different use cases of our signages because we want to evolve from only using the signage as an advertisement wall. Signage could also be interactive for serving different purposes or different needs of our customers in different industries and areas. For example, our interactive AI solution could be used in hospitality in hotels, or even drive-through, or even hospitals, where there should be human interactions between customers to automate that human interaction using AI. We're one of the few players in the world where we can customize signages in a very abnormal sizes. It could be square, it could be a bar type, it could be even touch screen. Those type of different variations that could be from 1 inch to all the way up to 100 inch. We can customize the size and the shape of it. Solum is one of the rare manufacturers that produces ESL and signage at the same time. And so we wanted to provide integrated solution here where we could provide a more personalized shopping experience for the end customers in the retail environment. So today we brought this use case for the wine shop. You walk into the wine shop and you find so many wines that overwhelms you. You don't know what to pick. Here's the 29-inch touch signage. Let's say I choose the red wine and I would like to get one from maybe all of them, and then something semi-dry and something full body. And then what it does is that every ESL is integrated in the system where the location of that product is. Now it's going to blink like this to show the location of the wine that I specifically selected. We wanted to bring this new type of customer experience to the market using our both signage and ESL at the same time as an integrated solution.
So after checking out Solum's high-tech displays, I headed over to the connected classroom booth with my new friend to see if I could find some new gadgets. All right, so I'm at the connected booth here. This is all about educational tech and how it can be integrated into your business space, work life, or even schools and things like that. Check out this noise-proofing booth right here. So right now you're hearing the noise in the show. I'm gonna head in here. I'm going to close the door and hopefully you can hear the difference. All right, now check out this piece of AR tech from Logitech.
Logitech MX Ink, it's a stylus for virtual reality. We developed it in collaboration with Meta. It allows you to draw in space so you can freely create things in 3D. It's pressure sensitive, so it reacts to how hard you press on the pressure sensitive button, and it's in VR you can manipulate freely different objects, and it works also as a normal stylus would because it also has a pressure sensitive tip, so you can draw or write on any surface, and it enables you to do handwriting or more detailed sketching. And so we think it opens different possibilities for education, for artistic creation, for simulation. So artists and educators are really finding it very useful for virtual whiteboards, digital creation, 3D manipulation, 3D modeling, and animation.
So this bit of tech that I'm about to show you caught my eye. It's designed for presentations and education, but I couldn't help thinking this would be great for making YouTube content. Check this out.
To use two technologies, which is one is augmented reality, what you can see down there, and the other one is extended reality that is behind me. And also I can pass the slides of my presentation here. And as you can see, I can explain things traditionally in a traditional way, like normal slide, or this one, which is an augmented reality one. And also I can simulate, for example, with an augmented reality objects, the whole process of Edison, which is that I can record a presentation in a server on the cloud, and then I can download it to have a preview, and then I can schedule a demo or a presentation in a conference room. The software is very easy to use. It's two single steps. First, select the environment that you are going to use, and then upload the content. And the content could be PDFs, PowerPoints, 3D objects, movies, different types of files that you can use for your presentation. For example, we have here a 3D object, which is this Formula 1 that you can see here, which includes publicity of all our products. It's an augmented reality object that we can put whatever we want in the scenario. And this is an interactive chart. You can see here a virtual table where we insert a person. It's a video, but can be a signal coming from Teams or Zoom, and you can interact with her. And also, for example, we can put the data on the top of the table and interact and comment these graphics, for example.
So many thanks to everyone who featured in this video, and those were just some of the highlights from the show. And there was so much more to see. They even had the Google Starline set up there, but it was fully booked, of course, so I couldn't get that on camera. There was also a lot of high-end audio tech at the show, as well as professional cinema setups and demos that I would have loved to have seen and filmed for you guys, but I literally just ran out of time. So maybe next time. So I hope this video gave you a good idea of what the ISE is all about. And my opinion is, if you're a tech fan, you will definitely enjoy this event. And I would recommend you go check it out. If you just subscribed, you are now one of the finest subscribers known to man. And I will see you in the next one. Don't be late.